for no other than An Ember in the Ashes by Sasha here. And I'm actually sighing because of how excited I am. You can fit this into a lot of readathons in May. What, when, where, how, what. I already said what, didn't I? Hello lovely bookrooms, I'm Esmay from Paradise of Pages on Instagram and also on Twitter, and welcome to a new video. As you can see from the title and also the thumbnail, I am here to announce the Ember in the Ash-along. Basically what this means is it is a read-along for no other than An Ember in the Ashes by Sasha here. We are going to be reading all 4 of the books, and I'm here to talk a little bit about what, when, where, how, what. I already said what, didn't I? All those. So I'm going to be putting down this beautiful book. That's pretty, isn't it? Let's just enjoy the covers. I only have the first 2 books, so at least physically, so that's why. As I said, it fell backwards a bit. That's fine. As I said, we are going to be reading An Ember in the Ashes, A Torch Against the Night, Reaper at the Gates, and A Sky Beyond the Storm. So basically the 4 books in the An Ember in the Ashes series by Sasha here. I'm not doing that alone though. I am joined by 3 amazing people, and I'm going to be joined by Jane, Seth, and Sasha. Let's see if I can put them somewhere on the screen. They will already be there at this point. They have also made an announcement video, and if you want to see those, I will link them down below. Please do check them out. I love all 3 of them so much. You probably already know them. If you don't, shame on you. No, that's okay. Go check them out though. They're amazing, and we are going to be reading 4 books in 4 months. We're of course going to start with the first one, which is An Ember in the Ashes, and the first month we're going to start is May. I do want to quickly mention that we have a Discord and also a Twitter. They will both be linked down below, and any further information will always be shared there. And also, which I will get to in a little bit, in the live show. So, as for what we want to do is we will have an entire month for each of the books. So May will be An Ember in the Ashes, and then every month after the next book in the series. We will have a reading sprint throughout the month, which will be around the middle of the month, and then a live show at the end of the month to talk about the book in spoilery depth, and that will be on one of our channels. I have the information for the first live show and the first reading sprint already, which I have on my phone, and I will get to the rest of the dates and times afterwards. So the first reading sprint will be on the 15th of May on 3 p.m. GMT, so Greenwich Middle Time I think it is, and that one will be on Steph's channel. And then as for the live show, that will be on May 30th on 4 p.m. GMT on my channel, or on my and Femke's channel, so on the Bookish Buddies channel. And I think that would also be a really good wrap up for Desertathon, because An Ember in the Ashes is definitely a desert vibe book, but I will get to that in a little bit. As for the other dates for the reading sprints and also the live shows, we'll make them known at the end of the month in the live shows, and I will also be placing a comment down below this video, and also below all of the other videos there will be a comment with updates on when and where the reading sprints and the live shows will take place. So don't you worry, everything will be clear. They will also be updated on Twitter and on Discord, but we wanted to also have them on YouTube because I know that there are people who don't have Twitter and don't have Discord. So everything is clear throughout. So throughout the board, I wanted to say, but just in general, everything will be clear. As for the first book in May, I will talk about the synopsis in a little bit, by the way. I haven't done that at all, have I? I will do that in a little bit, I promise. But I wanted to quickly mention that An Ember in the Ashes will be our book for May, and I want to mention 2 things here. If you are participating in Desertathon, which is my readathon if you don't know, you will be able to read this book because it's definitely desert vibe. It has a lot of the prompts that are on the board in this book, and it is perfect. So you can fit it on there. It's also a pretty quick read, so you'll be able to get this incorporated into the readathon. Also, I wanted to quickly mention that another one of our hosts, Steph, is actually doing a readathon in May called May the Force Read With You, which is all about Star Wars. I don't know anything about Star Wars, so I can't tell you anything about that, so I will be linking her announcement video down below as well, so you can check it out. And, which was my point, An Ember in the Ashes is actually the group book, or I think the general pick, something along those lines, so you can fit this into a lot of readathons in May. So, just to get that out of the way, really wanted to talk about that. Okay, that leaves the synopsis. Let me start by reading you the back. I have one of the older copies because I read this years and years ago, hence why I really want to reread this before getting to the fourth book, which is the only book in the series I haven't read, which I'm just as excited for. I love this series, so I really am excited to be hosting this. I will read you the back, and like I said, I have an older copy, but you have so many copies of this, so please don't think you need this one. All of them are fine. Leia is a slave, Elias is a soldier. Neither is free. Under the martial empire, defiance is met with death. Leia and her family do not challenge the empire. They've seen what happens to those who do. But when Leia's brother is arrested for treason, she is forced to make a decision. In exchange for help from rebels who promise to rescue her brother, she will risk her life to spy for them from within the Empire's greatest military academy. There, Leia meets Elias, the school's finest soldier, and secretly is most unwilling. It's most unwilling. He and Leia will soon realize that their destinies are intertwined and that their choices will change the fate of the Empire itself. This one is absolutely amazing. It really also sets up for the second book, which is A Torch Against the Night, and one other important character in this is called Helena, who is Elias's best friend and a fellow soldier. This book has everything that you would want in a book. It has action, great characters, great romance. I'm actually sighing because of how excited I am. World building. It is just overall well done. Saba did so well creating this entire world, and I think you will love it just as much as I do. I think synopsis wise, I'm not going to say too much. If you want to know more, you can always find out more, but personally I like going into books not knowing too much, and especially with this one, that is amazing to do. You'll be wrapped up in this before you know it. It's just, I love it. I love it so much. So in conclusion, and to wrap things up a little bit, I wanted to quickly mention that, well, what I've said is that we will be reading all 4 of the books in 4 months, so there's more than enough time to finish them. There will be a reading sprint every month and a live show at the end of the month, and some of the dates will be announced. As I said, YouTube, Twitter, Discord, those will all be clear, and you can find those dates and times pretty easily. And I think that is everything about this. If you have any questions and anything we might have missed, please do let us know. Just send one of us or the Twitter or the Discord a question or down below. Everything is fine. Also, do let us know if you will be joining us. You can also, if you're watching this way later, you can always just join in still. And yeah, I'm super excited to be reading this with you if you haven't already. Otherwise, I'm excited to reread it with you, as I will be doing. I'll be rereading the first 3, and I hope you will have just as much of an amazing time as I will. That said, please do check out my fellow hosts. I love all of them dearly, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and press that little bell icon, and that is it for me for today.